Welcome back to another Stud City Q&A video, guys. I'm your host, Cristo from Stud City, and we have an exciting episode for you. We have some really good questions from last week's video. So if those of you who knew, we do a Q&A series where you ask your question in the comments below, and I follow up with a response video every Friday. So make sure to ask your questions in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer them on next Friday's video. But for now, let's go ahead and jump straight into today's question. The first one is coming from Treespire. It says, Ask SC, do you think we will be getting a hospital modular at some point? Just had this idea because I realized LEGO has never made one. Closest we have seen is the Dentist from Assembly Square set. And I think that's a really good point. I know we talked about this at a multitude of times, but I think a hospital modular is definitely probably in plans from the LEGO group, if not maybe this year, in the next coming years, because it's something we're just missing as a LEGO modular, right? Now, fortunately, we've seen hospitals. So there's possibilities of making your own modular from it. So like if we take a look at this city set number 60204, this is just an example one. It's the LEGO City Hospital, 861 pieces. I think this set looks super sleek. Of course, it is the dollhouse style, so just meaning it has open back and it doesn't fulfill our modular dreams of having 4 walls and a roof, right? That's our modular dreams. If you're like me, you think the same thing. So that's kind of holding me back from some of these city sets. But in its defense, I think the set looks pretty incredible, especially for being a city set. So that's something I like to see. Unfortunately, that one is retired. But if they could make that, just times 2, right? If you like this retail, I think for like $100 something bucks. So, times 2, at the $200 range, you're at the price point of a modular. You can make something pretty awesome. But then there's some like rebrickable ones and LEGO Ideas ones that are pretty sweet. This one kind of gives me the Fire Brigade feelings. It does look really good, but again, it kind of gives me the Fire Brigade feelings. Then they have one here, another one that says the Grand Hospital. For me, this is a base plate and a half, and I think it's just a little bit too small. I think a hospital is just more tall, right? And then you kind of get this design was taken from Pinterest. I really like the hospital sign being brick built, but it was different. I really like this one as well. And then my favorite one is this modular hospital taken from Rebrickable. Now, unfortunately, if you wanted to piece this together, you could just like auto click and like buy all the pieces from like Bricklink or Brickile. And it gets like 95% of the pieces. It's super expensive. I think it came out to like $1,500 or something ridiculous. But I don't want to take that away because this thing looks pretty amazing. And of course, the inside is 1000% detailed like a LEGO modular building. But even one step further, I think each floor has, tiled off. So it takes it even one step further. I actually really thought about doing this one and building it and placing it into my LEGO room, LEGO City, or just on display. But I really don't want to spend that much on pieces. So maybe it'd be worthwhile to see how many pieces I have in my inventory, and then we can go from there. But as far as LEGO making a hospital modular, I'm going to pick up my camera so you can see. I think this is super possible, right? They have so many cool buildings, and a hospital is not on that list. So I'm really hoping they do, because that would just be one other building that I can add into my collection that I don't have yet. But again, great question, Treespire. If they don't make one in the next few years, maybe it'll be worthwhile for us to just mock our own and kind of see where we stand against the modular line, right? But hopefully they do. Again, I have no jurisdiction on what LEGO decides to make on the modular lines, but I know whatever's in store is going to be awesome. I've substantially just loved just about every single modular that's come out, so I really do have high hopes for a future modular. Even if it's not a hospital, I think whatever the LEGO does decide to drop, I think it's going to be amazing. And as the year goes on in 2024, I just get so much more excited that like the first of the month comes so quick. I'm just like, okay, that's one more month closer to seeing the new LEGO modular building. I hate to say that, but I'm so excited for 2024 as I have no idea when it's going to be, and I can't wait. Is it a hospital? Who knows, right? Only time will tell. Dan B says, Ask SC, what do you recommend the best place to sell retired sets? I feel like eBay is the one who makes the most money from listings. This is how I support my LEGO habit. Absolutely, this is a very justifiable question, Dan B. A really good question. I love talking about this stuff because I just like you, I love the hobby, right? And I need ways to afford it. And I've talked about this many times on the channel. One way to afford Lego is by selling Lego, right? It kind of circulates. So you could buy like a Lego set for, $100, wait till it retires and sell it for $150. Or you could buy clearance Lego sets and sell them for, at retail price. There's so many different ways of going about it. This is why I think this question is so important, Dan. I think eBay takes, I can't knock eBay too much just because I don't use them. So, but I do know their commission is extremely high and it's only gotten higher. And then I believe, well, they got to what they used to only do with PayPal, and then there was a PayPal fee. So it was like the fees just kept getting added up. So when you're a seller, you want to minimize your fees because that eats away profits. So shipping, taxes, fees for selling, those are like the three big items you want to make as little as possible, right? So of course, this is not legal advice, right? And do your own taxes for a CPA, someone who is certified. But I'll speak on the behalf of looking for best platforms. In my own opinion, I think Facebook Marketplace offers something super competitive. It does not offer the reach that eBay has, but it's a standard 5%. So if you sell something for $100, you lose 5%, and they do take out sales tax already incorporated, or like the buyer already pays sales tax. So it's already accounted for there. I think it's such a leveraged account to use Facebook Marketplace for selling Lego, especially now that they have like group chats, like, you know, Lego sellers marketplace online, whatever. There's a bunch of different ones. I think I'm in a few of them, but essentially you could really take advantage and really minimize your costs. And then the absolute best, of course, the best way to sell Lego, right, for your most profit is sell locally, right, for cash. Like that, there's nothing beating that, right? If you sell a $100 Lego set, guess what? You're probably keeping $100. So that's a great way, but I know time is an essence there. If you factor in time, it probably gets outweighed by just selling shipping on a Facebook Marketplace. So again, I know you have to cover boxes. Make sure you to reuse boxes. Don't be buying boxes that eats away your profits. And for me, that's a huge one. I save boxes of all types, sorts, and same thing with shipping tape. I buy it in bulk, and I just have it throughout the years. Boxes is a big one. It eats away. It definitely eats away. And then one of the other things is like printing. That can eat away profits as well, believe it or not. Dan, there's one other platform I really want to advertise here. We do have the Discord server, and the Discord server is pretty awesome, right? There's a lot of trusted sellers in there, but we have a whole marketplace for selling, and all people do is use PayPal goods and services. So it's pretty safe to use right through PayPal. So if you get the product, you know, you get the money. So that's kind of how it works. Definitely worthwhile to check out. And truthfully, it's probably one of the best ways to do it because it's selling private and you just have to pay PayPal fees. So that's super like off niche oriented. But if you want to, please check it out. There's a link to the Discord in the channel below. But besides that, if you want to just sell across the whole world, I think Facebook Marketplace is probably one of the better ones in my opinion. The next question is coming from Anna's World of Bricks. Says, ask SC, who's your favorite Ninjago minifigure? My favorite Ninjago like character is Jay. So I think it comes with no surprise that one of my favorite Ninjago minifigs is definitely a Jay minifig. So I think this one, the Super Rockstar Jay from the arcade pack, has to be one of my absolute favorite minifigs. And I believe this suit also came in that pack. I'm not even too sure, but I think this ninja suit looks pretty awesome as well. He has like a white back. It's so cool and different. And of course the Rockstar J with like his light blue avatar from Prime Empire was really cool. So those are definitely my two favorite Ninjago minifigs. If you're excluding Jay from that, I really like one of the Garmadons I have as well. I think that came in Ninjago City Docks from the movie attire. I think that was really cool. I'm really excited for the new Ninjago City Market set. That's coming out. I really like all the minifigs. I think the Detective Zane on that one is pretty sweet as well. So definitely kind of moving up my list, even though I'm not the biggest Zane fan. I'm, of course, a Jay over Zane, right? But I think that minifig is pretty extraordinary. And with that, we have our last question from Comic Boy 750. Says, ask SC, thoughts on the new Dreamz theme. It apparently been in development for 5 years prior to the sets being announced, according to the article Logo published about it. I'm definitely interested in it, at least some of the sets, like the Space Bus and Crocodile Car. I like that there's a wide range of sets for all sorts of interests with this theme. I agree with you, Comic Boy. I think the minifigs in this theme looked pretty wicked and amazing. But it did, one of the only thing that, like, the negative I'm coming to is, like, it kind of gave me a little bit of hidden side feels, right? It's kind of hard to justify, like, you know, if there's a $150, you know, crocodile car and a space bus, right? Is that $150 set gonna outsell, like, something like this, like the AT-AT from Star Wars? I don't know. I think it's the hardest competitor it has is licensed Lego themes. So I think the prices need to be pretty justifiable to outweigh not being licensed, right? Or being licensed like the Lego group. That's just kind of the way I see it. That's nothing to take away from the sets. I'm just speaking in the pure fact of like as a whole market. Like, will it take account that like, oh, we want this set, you know, it's amazing. It's better than Star Wars or any other theme like Brickheads or Ninjago or Friends, City. How does it compare to other Lego themes? And that's what's going to be interesting to see. So I'm really excited for that. But just speaking on terms of the sets and the minifigs, I think it looks amazing. I really like the hidden side, to be quite honest with you. I thought the sets were awesome. I thought they were really cool, really fun, had a lot of playability, and I really enjoyed them. I think one of the downfalls of that theme was the box arts, and I think that really killed the whole theme in general, just because the box art just didn't portray the sets as well as they probably should have. And then of course the augmented reality kind of just lacked a little bit in the sense, right? I thought it was cool, but again, I guess it just didn't take on. Maybe it was ahead of its time. So it'll be interesting to see how Dreamz does for the Lego group. I'm really excited to see how it does. I'll definitely pick up a few sets just because of the hype around it. So I'm really excited for it. Let me know what you guys think on that in the comments below. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up today's Q&A video. So if you have any other questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below, and I will be sure to answer them in next week's response video. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your best part was, favorite part, worst part. I want to hear it all. Good feedback, bad feedback. Love to hear it all. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. My name is Cristo from Stud City. Hope you have an amazing rest of the day. Love y'all. See you in the next one. Thanks so much, guys. Peace out.